Hi guys. So I just wanted to share a few little things I'm popping into my Etsy shop today. I've got some vintage green lace, some vintage doily packs, and some neutral toned lace linen fabric packs. I don't know what to call them. They're a bit mixed anyway. I'll show you, I'll start with the green lace. I actually meant to put this into my shop the last time I put some lace in. You would have seen a video. I'll pop that down below. I put some vintage lace with gold thread, some wide floral white lace, which was wedding dress lace, and some vintage blue floral lace, wide stretch lace. And if you missed out on the blue lace, I've restocked that. I think I had only made 10 packs at the time and they sold out, but I've topped it up. So there's a few more in there now if you've missed out. But I meant to put this in and I I completely forgot. But I've been sitting on this for a little while and it's just so beautiful. Let me open it up a little so you can see. Now, I'm only, at this stage, I'm only putting 5 packs into my Etsy because I don't have as much of this as I do the white vintage lace with the gold thread. So I'm starting off putting 5 packs in, and because I'm not sure how much is on the roll, and I would like to keep some for myself because I've got projects planned for this, just because of the colour and the little flowers on there. Okay, so this is a really fine, it's like tulle. Both ends, it's like a really wide lace. So you've got the scallop edge on one end, and that same scalloped edge is on the other end. It's so pretty. Anyway, it's got, as you can see, it's got like a green glittery thread throughout, like a metallic green thread. Really pretty. So you could cut this up to use as lace. So the floral pattern along the edges is very wide, and then the middle is all these little flowers. So what I was actually going to do was cut some of these out, little individual flowers. As you can see, you'll get a lot of them. So the size of this, the roll is 1.6. No, sorry. The roll is... oh no, I've forgotten. Hold on. Let me see which way was which. Okay, it was that way. The roll is 1.6 meters or 160 centimeters. So that's around... I should have worked it out first. I was prepared in my last lace video, wasn't I? That's around 63 inches, give or take. So from this one scalloped edge to the other scalloped edge is 63 inches or 160 centimeters. So it's very, very wide. And I've cut it to lengths of 1 meter. Or 100 centimeters, which is about 40 inches, give or take. I will put the proper conversions in the Etsy listing. So lengthwise, along the scalloped edge, is 100 centimeters or 40 inches. And then lengthwise, the cut edge is 160 centimeters or 63 inches. So get a fair bit, and it's just so gorgeous. You should see it all rolled up on the roll. It's just so beautiful. I really love this. I was going to use some as an overlay on some fabric covered journals, just because it is so sheer. Do I have a piece of paper? Let me see. Okay, this is coffee dyed paper. It's not clear. Can you see it better that way? Oh, yeah. Don't know if you can see it better. But I was going to overlay it onto some fabric to make journal covers because it's so sheer. So the background is really hidden and the flowers stand out. I'm not sure what this would have been used for originally. No idea, but it's really fine and it's really soft. Where the little metallic bits are, it's not thick or you know, rigid or hard. It's just really, really soft. Really pretty. I love this lace. So I'll put 5 packs in my Etsy. I don't know if there's a demand for green lace. I love it, but I'm not sure if others will. So I'll start with 5 packs, but if you see it's sold out, just message me through Etsy and I can unroll the roll a bit and see how many more pieces I can cut out for it. Okay, what else? I'm going to sit down. So I made some little doily packs. As you know, I've just had eye surgery, so I can't really do a lot. I've been gluing a lot of papers, and I thought I'll just put some packs together for my Etsy because that's something, I suppose, nice and easy that I can do. So I've got 4 packs of these. And usually I put doilies in my Etsy as packs of the same 10 doilies. So, you know, these are already in there. I don't have many of these left, but, you know, I've got packs of 10 in there. So this time I've mixed all the doilies and I've made some mixed packs, but I only made 4. I might make some more. I'm just bored and I really want to be doing something. Anyway, so I'll just go through. And these are all vintage. Oh, I was going to say except, but no, these are all vintage ones. So, in fact, these 2 may even be, actually these 3. These may even be antique because these, I know where they came from. Okay, so there's this one. So beautiful. That one, and that one. It's a larger one. There's this little guy. One of those. These ones are quite worn, so you can see the edges are a little frayed. But I mean, all of them may have, I don't know, some wear. Like these have a fair bit of wear in them. But that's okay, they're just for junk journals. I love these little ones. These little ones are the centres from when I cut out larger doilies. I just think they're cute. I use them on tags and embellishments and little clusters. Look at this guy, so cute. And this is a little joining piece as well. I should have kept one out. I've got some white doilies with a salmon pink kind of centre. They're in my Etsy shop already. And they've got little brown joining pieces, but I thought these would be cute in butterfly journals because they kind of look like butterfly-ish. Put little antennas there. And then I've got these large ones, which I really love because it's got the crochet doily in the center, then some, white cotton fabric around it that's embroidered, and then doily around there. Just, I don't know, I feel it's really unique and pretty. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 doilies. I've included him, but he's just a little baby. Okay, so that's in each of the doily packs. Okay, so there's 4 of those. Let me get rid of that. And then I've made, I only made 2 of these because this is kind of right up my alley, but I'm not sure if it's something that other people would like, but I really love earthy toned fabric and lace and trims and that. So I've kind of made a very, I suppose, eclectic pack. And I only made 2 because I'm not sure if it's something people would like. But for me, I love neutral tones. I love grungy and vintagey and, dark and brown and earthy tones. So, yeah, I put these together based on what I like. Anyway, I'm going to start at the bottom. So I've put, actually, both packs, I've only made 2 packs. Both packs are the same, except for the upholstery fabric in there, because I only have 1 of each type. So I'll show you. I might label them pack A and pack B, actually pack 1 and pack 2, so that you can pick which one. So this will be pack 1. So this is like a creamy browny gold. I'm not sure the color. It's embroidery fabrics. Embroidery. Why do I have embroidery on my mind? Upholstery fabric samples. These are out of the little book, so you'll see staple marks up one side. I've left that on because you can cut that off and still use it in your journal somewhere. And it's got the paper backing here. Now, someone once asked, how do you get this off? A lot of them, especially these ones that have like a coating on the back, a lot of them you can peel off, and these ones I think you can peel off. But depending on what I use it for, I just usually leave it on there and you can just sew straight over it. If you're making pockets, use this as the top of the pocket because it's quite sturdy. So I've got, or if it doesn't peel off and you don't want to leave it on there to use, you can also get a hairdryer and lightly go over it. It melts the glue underneath and then you can peel it up quite easy. But all the different fabric sample books, they're all put together with, different glues, and it's kind of you have to experiment. But these ones, I'm pretty sure I've been using these and just peeling them straight up or just leaving them as is. Okay, so pack 1 has this one, and this one. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry, my room is quite dark. It's really early in the morning here. Okay. The upholstery fabric in pack 2 is quite similar, but so this is the same pattern as the other one, but it's just a lot lighter. This one. And this one. So you can see they're quite similar, but just the tone is the colour's a bit different. Okay, so that'll be pack 1, pack 2. So I thought I'll show you those first. Otherwise, everything else in there is the same. Okay, so you'll get 3 of the upholstery samples. Now, a lot of this I've put together with things like clusters and that in mind, but use it for whatever you want. But things like netting is really good for layering. This is it's stretchy netting. It's in a tube, and I think someone told me once it's butcher's netting. I've got a whole big roll of this. Anyway, it's very cool for layering. Piece of that. There's this wide trim. I think there's about 50 centimeters. As you can see, it's quite wide. I love this. I used to find stuff like this all the time at op shops, but it's very hard to find now. So you get a piece of that. This is some curtain lace with a floral pattern. This is what I use to chop up to make little flowers and clusters and stuff like that. Okay, this I love. I've cut it from a really old, huge tablecloth. It's woven, so you can see when you rip it, the edges really fray. Hope you can see that on camera. I love this. And I don't know if you remember some, I don't have any left. I really should make them because they're really pretty. I made some little vintage flowers a while back. I'll put the link to the video down below. Can't remember what I called them, but they were all a mix of lace and brown type fabrics like that. And they look really, really gorgeous. Oh, sorry, the doily pack has 2 of those little babies. I dropped one. So there's, if you count those, there's 12. 10 bigger, 2 babies. This is off some vintage curtain. This curtain was actually my grandmother's. She used to make all her own curtains and linen, bed linens and all that sort of stuff. And this fabric she had in her kitchen as her kitchen curtains for years and years and years, but she had heaps of this left over. I inherited all her fabric and stuff when she passed away years ago. So like retro, look at that. Every time I see this, I see the kitchen curtains. So cool. Okay. This is off crocheted tablecloth. So you would have seen previously in videos where I showed how I cut little doilies up. And this is the edging of it, which is really good for layering. You know, when you make journal covers and stuff like that. What else? Oh, this is some brown lace. Now, this colour lace, it's very hard to come by in rolls. Well, I found. I don't know how you guys, if you guys come across it, but I always come across things like white and cream and red for some reason, but never this colour, which I would much prefer. Anyway, I think there's about 50, 60 centimetres. This is vintage. This was from my grandmother's. May even be antique. I don't know, because a lot of her linens were quite old. I don't have a lot of this. Kind of been hoarding it just because it was my grandmother's. But I do need to use it. I have been using some myself. But I just love it. I think they call this eyelet lace or something, eyelet trim. I'm not sure. But you can see there's a few stains and everything. So this was still on a roll. But over the years, it's just very, let me show you what I mean. Over the years, it's just discoloured. Oh, I don't know where I've put the roll. Oh, here it is. So like my grandmother had a lot of trims still on the cards like this, and the pins are all rusty. And look, this is the bit I kept for myself because it's very stained, and I actually like the staining. This one I've got more than I thought I had. There was also this pink one, which I haven't put in this pack just because it's kind of earthy tones, but this one wasn't on a card. But look, even this, it's so discoloured. I need to unwind that and put that on a card. So I've put a piece of that in, but the pieces, I think the other pack might have a little more staining. This one has some staining there. Okay, then some little odd pods. I've got some of this netting. I'm not sure what this was of. I really can't remember, but I do remember using it in a mixed media project ages ago. Actually, no, I think I used it as netting on a mermaid journal ages ago. I think that might have been before my channel, or it might be on my channel, I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I'm hopeless. But it's got a gold thread in there, and it goes from white to brown. And it's very soft, it's not stiff. It's really, really soft, so I just can't remember what this was off. Anyway, I still have a whole bunch of this, so I'll put that in there. It's really good to chop up just layers, clusters again. I've got some of this. This is a cotton trim. And this as well has some staining in little bits, see? But that's okay because I suppose if you're buying one of these packs, you like grungy style anyway, like me. And then I've put a ruffle in there because I've got a whole bunch of coffee dyed paper that I did a while back. And I normally use them on the edges of journal pages so that the part of the ruffle hangs over the side of the page. But you can cut it down and use embellishments as well. Just if you cut it down, put a bit of glue on the back just so the thread doesn't unravel before you cut it. Anyway, so that's the little lace and linen pack trim. I don't know what to call it. So I'll pop those into my Etsy. So I'll put pack 1 and pack 2 based on those. Otherwise, everything else is the same. And the little doily packs and the green lace. And I'll be back later today. Hopefully, I would love to make some tags today because I think that's something I can do. My eyesight is slowly returning. But it's so annoying. I can't thread my sewing machine and all that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of getting a bit antsy. I want to do something. So I put together a few things for my Etsy. I might put a few more things in my Etsy over the long weekend. And I want to do some gluing. Make some tags. I think that's something I can do. So hopefully I'll see you later today to make some tags. Oh, and I've got some vintage paper packs. But I'll do a separate video because I really want to show you the old books before I pull them apart. Well, I've started pulling them apart, but I want to show you the books that they're coming from. So because they're really gorgeous, and I think if you see the books before the papers, and you know where it come from, it just makes the papers more, I don't know, special. Otherwise it's just a normal book page, isn't it? Anyway, okay, well, stop blabbing, and these will be in my Etsy once this video goes live, and thanks for watching. Oh, and if there's anything else that you would like to see in my Etsy, you know, I'm a recycler, so I have a lot of junk. As you can see, my packs are probably a little different to a lot of the packs you see, but if there is something very specific you'd like, just message me through Etsy and I'll have a dig about, because I can probably come up with a pack you like, or a theme that you're after, or I don't know. I just love throwing together stuff like this. When you see packs like this, it's kind of based on what I would love to buy or receive. So things like this, right up my alley. Hopefully someone else likes grungy like me, but anyway, that's it. And leave a comment below or message me through Etsy with what kind of stuff would you like to see that you find, maybe you find it hard to come across, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks for watching. Bye.